What if the most passionate love poetry ever written was actually in the Bible? Hidden between the prophets and wisdom literature sits a book that celebrates romance, desire, and intimacy in ways that might surprise you. This is the Song of Solomon, and it's about to transform how you understand God's love for you. The Song of Solomon, also called the Song of Songs, is unlike any other biblical book. Written around 950 before Christ, traditionally attributed to King Solomon, this poetic masterpiece contains 8 chapters of lyrical dialogue between two lovers. Ancient Jewish rabbis debated whether it even belonged in Scripture because of its sensual imagery, yet they ultimately recognized its profound spiritual significance. The book opens with bold declarations of desire. The bride proclaims in chapter 1 verse 2, "Let him kiss me with the kisses of his mouth, for your love is more delightful than wine." There's no embarrassment here, no shame about physical attraction. The lovers celebrate each other's beauty with vivid, poetic language drawn from their ancient Near Eastern culture. Throughout the poem, the beloved describes her lover with passionate admiration. She sees him as strong, handsome, and utterly captivating. He responds by praising her beauty, comparing her eyes to doves, her hair to flowing flocks, her presence to a garden locked away, precious and protected. In chapter 4, verse 7, he declares, "You are altogether beautiful, my darling. There is no flaw in you." But here's where it gets profound. Early Jewish and Christian interpreters recognized this wasn't just about human romance. This poetry mirrors the relationship between God and his people. The passionate pursuit, the longing, the celebration of beauty, the desire for exclusive commitment. All of this reflects how God feels about those he loves. Consider the bride's words in chapter 2, verses 10 through 13. Her beloved calls to her, "Arise, my darling, my beautiful one. Come with me. See, the winter is past. The rains are over and gone. Flowers appear on the earth. The season of singing has come." This isn't just romantic invitation. It's God calling his people out of barrenness into abundant life, from winter into spring, from silence into song. The theme of seeking and finding runs throughout the poem. In chapter 3, the bride searches through the city streets at night, desperately looking for her beloved. When she finds him, she refuses to let him go. This mirrors the human soul's search for God and God's own pursuit of wandering humanity. We seek because we're sought. We love because we're first loved. Chapter 5 contains one of the book's most powerful passages. The beloved knocks at the door, but the bride hesitates. By the time she opens it, he's gone. She searches frantically, asking the daughters of Jerusalem, "If you find my beloved, what will you tell him?" "Tell him, I am faint with love." How often do we hesitate when God calls? How often do we miss divine moments because we're too comfortable? The poetry celebrates not just physical attraction, but emotional and spiritual intimacy. In chapter 6, verse 3, the bride declares, "I am my beloved's, and my beloved is mine." This mutual belonging, this complete giving of self to another, reflects the covenant relationship God desires with his people. It's exclusive, passionate, and permanent. Chapter 8 brings us perhaps the book's most famous verses. "Place me like a seal over your heart, like a seal on your arm. For love is as strong as death, its jealousy unyielding as the grave. It burns like blazing fire, like a mighty flame. Many waters cannot quench love, rivers cannot sweep it away." This is the nature of divine love. It's not tepid or casual. God's love for humanity burns with intensity. It cannot be extinguished by our failures, our wandering, or our doubts. It's jealous, not in a petty sense, but in demanding exclusivity because anything less diminishes us. The Song of Solomon teaches us that human love at its best is sacramental. It points beyond itself to something greater. When spouses cherish each other, delight in each other's presence, and commit to exclusive intimacy, they're living out a divine pattern. Marriage becomes a living metaphor for God's relationship with his people. This book challenges the false dichotomy between physical and spiritual. God created both. He celebrates both. The same God who designed sexual intimacy within marriage also pursues spiritual intimacy with his children. Both involve vulnerability, trust, passion, and covenant commitment. For modern readers, the Song of Solomon offers revolutionary truths. Your desire for love and belonging isn't weakness, it's how God made you. That longing in your heart for someone who sees you, knows you, and still chooses you. That's an echo of God's desire for relationship with you. He doesn't love you from a distance. He pursues you with passion, delights in your beauty, and calls you his own.